But we both, me and my sister,
Mm.
we both didn't. We should have listened the first time around. We both screwed up.
It's
Well, my dad, he told us though. My dad
yeah,
didn't sit back and not say anything.
yeah, yeah.
He was like, I don't think this is it. And we were like, no, we know more than you. You
Hmm.
let us make our own mistakes within reason,
Yeah.
But the thing about not to take not let you get a word in, but I want to say this because
No, I'm
as a parent,
listening. This is good.
um, when you don't tell your parents the whole story, they can't give you the whole advice.
That's good.
So I'm sure my dad would have intervened a little quicker had he known everything. But we kind of knew that we had no business being with the men that we were with, so we couldn't tell the whole story. Like,
Mm.
dad would have been like, "But I ain't raised you like that." You know what I'm saying? So what you doing?
Mm. That's
So yeah, he don't.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail, but more importantly, you saw the clip. And this is just about honesty, right? And the end of that clip was the most important part to me, where she said, if you don't give people the whole truth, they can't actually give you the answer. And this is what happens in our society where, people play this game where I'm from a good family, but I want to be dysfunctional, right? And they blame it on everybody else because we play this the innocent liar game where how did you get yourself in this situation? How did you wind up with this person? How did you wind up around these people? And the truth of the matter is, because that's what they wanted. That's who they are, and that's their tribe. So if you put it in a certain way, and that's what they want to do. It might be a phase, it might be something that they grew out of, but that's their choice and decision because that's what they are liking and gravitating to, and that's who they are, right? So of course, it's hard for you to accept that um your baby just got some bad characteristics. They got a bad character, they're not as good of a person as you thought, as raised them to be. Sometimes well, not sometimes, but they say train a child up the way that you want them to go, and they won't depart from it. Well, some of these people are hard headed, prodigal son hard headed, where they're gonna depart from it. Now they might have to get smacked around by life until it gets them back in line, but they're gonna do what they feel like they want to do in a situation. So they're gonna mess up royally. But the issue becomes when you see this quote unquote like we talk about generational curses, or and things we need to break. One of the generational curses that need to be broken is we need to stop believing you know the liars in our family. We need to stop believing them. What the hell? uh but that's the issue. That's a prime issue where for generation after generation after generation, somebody lied, told you a half story. You took their side because they're family, and you believed their villain story about the other person. But it doesn't dawn on you that, man, how do you wind up getting in the same types of situations over and over and over again? You have a good story, you have a good, I, I'm always in the wrong place at the right time type of story, but and people believe you because, oh, they're good people, we raised them right, blah blah blah. It's just those other people that they dealing with. The common sense goes out the window. Somehow you don't say birds of a feather flock together when it's your hard headed family member, right? Now, to be fair, there are people in the family that go, you know what? Mm-mm, no, that's them. And no, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get they're gonna get more pushback because they're like, no, that fool lying. They're not lying. Yeah, they lying. Some of y'all got caught in y'all bad habits, but don't tell such and such you saw me. Don't tell him I was doing this. It's like some of y'all either become accomplices or become the next person you're gonna make a villain story about. Because sometimes families have fallen apart or broken apart because basically you have a family member telling a story about another one. Like they know the truth about me, so I really gotta um, make up a story and disparage their character. So now the family believes that you're the worst person in the world because this other family member is trying to cover their tracks. And the problem is, and I don't know why this is, but this idea that your baby is can't ever lie to you. And it's like, how could you've been manipulated by this child? Like, and this happens with kids, with parents who've been manipulated. That my baby could get anything they want. My baby's a good child, and my baby could do no wrong. Like you love your child so much you don't look at them objectively, and now they're a snake of an adult. But hey, they put on a good face in front of you, and that's all you can see because that's all you want to see. And now, the guy she's dating is the problem. He the fifth guy in a row like this, but he's a problem just like the other four, right? Why does she like that? Because she's like that as a person. Same thing with the guys dating a girl. Well, this, that, and the third. Why is he dating chicks like this over and over again? Because that's what he likes. That's who he is. So y'all don't. Y'all need one of those real moments where a person goes, you know, I can't be myself around y'all, but this is who I really am. Like sometimes people finally um let their let their let their honesty, but live their quote unquote truth, right? And then they show themselves to you and you're surprised. And you shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be. They got in trouble when they was kids. They got in trouble when they was teenagers. They gravitated to some of the wrong things. They were 10 toes down for the shenanigans because they knew if they, gave you a sob story, you'd bail them out. And you were the sucker to do it over and over and over and over again. And you wonder why the answers you gave them didn't work. It's because what the woman said. Because you're not getting the whole story. Because if you got the whole story, it'll change your answer. But you're not taking into consideration that, oh, they're not really going to keep it 100 with me. Because if they were to keep it 100 with me, you know, they would be looked at differently and they still want to be looked at like they're on a pedestal. But they just want to, be in the mud when they're not around you because that's where that's where they like it. But that's a generational curse to me that doesn't get talked about enough. So this is why I'm addressing it. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you.